All right, let's give Saturday's daily puzzle on chess.com a shot. This one's called Tempo Trance. It's white to move. Give the video a pause and try yourself if you feel like it. So I definitely have some checks down here. The rook can block. The bishop's helping. I can take this rook, which is hanging. Is there some nasty threat? I'm like, yeah, okay, this is bad. It just seems like my threats are really nasty, so I figured what black probably had to have some threats as well. And this is definitely scary. Yeah, so that's mate in 2 if I don't do anything. So it seems like I'm probably going to have to be giving checks here if I had to guess. This feels like a good check, but the rook blocks. And the bishop can come down, and the king sneaks out over here. Almost feel like I have. So here, 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 here. Have I made any progress? I don't really feel like I have, because I just want to try to get my rook in eventually. Maybe. Let me think about this again. Here, 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 here. The king goes back, and then I'm thinking about sacrificing my queen. If I sack my queen here, the rook has to take. King's back here. Rook here. Doesn't quite work, right? The rook just blocks. Yeah, if I had 2 rooks stacked up, that would work. Here, I feel like this check feels mandatory. I like getting out of the way of my rook. I can't let black even get a move in though. So that every move is going to have to be a check, which is oftentimes like pretty telling about a puzzle. It like makes things a lot easier when you kind of know that you have to be giving checks. There's like I don't think I'm getting to the maybe I would like fork the queen at some point, but probably not. I'm probably going to have to give checks until I checkmate the king. Here, like I don't think my knight is close enough to make a difference. It feels like I have to get this rook in, but the rook, if this rook is here to get to here, my rook can't do anything. But like my bishop being here, taking away these squares, trapping the king on the back rank seems good. I like that concept. I can't take this because I get checkmated. I really feel like I have to go here. Or maybe this? Maybe eventually I take that. Because if I can draw the rook to here, I'm going to... Oh, the queen's looking at that too. Never mind. Okay. So... Here... I like this line. Here. Here. I guess the king could go here too. Which is a little annoying. Does that matter? If I go here... That would be checkmate. Okay. Well, no, it's not because the rook is there. Huh. Okay, so that actually doesn't work 2 ways. It seems like. Here, here. Yeah, that doesn't work. Okay. Other checks, because I think it has to be a check. Is this better at all? I wouldn't think so. Doesn't really feel like my knight can get in. My rook. This rook is not in a useful place at all because of the pawn. This file being closed is a problem. Yeah, I'm like really stuck on this move, and it just doesn't seem that good, so I probably should unstick myself. It does seem like it would be nice if I could get both of the rooks involved potentially. This wouldn't be good, would it? No, that wouldn't be good. So yeah, I mean my checks, it feels like my checks are this. Is this somehow useful? No, because I was thinking this was good. Yeah, to draw the rook off maybe. Like if I go here, and either one of these pieces takes, and then I can get my rook in. Yeah, that just doesn't seem good at all. The king getting to here without protection for the bishop, like the bishop's not supported at all. So like this move is good when my queen comes here. I just feel like it has to be this. And then there's still quite a few different things that could happen, but I don't know. A lot of times these Saturday and Sunday puzzles have some like pretty obscure move. Like this feels like the most natural move to me. And I know that I have to give checks every time, I think. Hopefully I'm right about that. Is that useful at all for some reason? It's like if the king were to go here, I could then check with the knight. The pawn takes. I don't think that's good. Oh, maybe. Yeah, maybe. Maybe somehow like file opening up is good because the rook could slide over. That might be interesting. Wait a second. Man, so here, now I'm calculating, like this, the line that I thought had to happen doesn't even work, so I don't even know why I'm calculating a different line now, but so here, 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 I don't know, man. This is really the only, I feel like I've given it a good look, and I don't see any moves. I can't think of an idea that isn't this check. That just feels like the best move. I don't think I'm getting this one if it's not this, so hopefully this is it. Okay, so the king does move here. And now I feel like it must be, I think I'm going to open up the file. There were two options here, and I didn't see either one. So there must have been a checkmate in this other line as well, I think. And I didn't see that, so that's kind of embarrassing, honestly. So there's two separate, like pretty complicated checkmate lines here, I think. I think I'm going to sacrifice the knight to open up this file. I don't know if it's happening now or if it's going to happen later, but I think this rook is probably coming over here. Like, that's the way to get this rook involved, is by moving this pawn off the file. And then this bishop's probably going to have to be sacked. Maybe even my queen sacked. I think probably the knight first. Let me calculate this line. So here, if I go there, the pawn absolutely has to take that. And that opens up the file, which seems good. But now I have to keep giving checks, and it feels like the bishop's got to get out of the way. So here, 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 here. It's got to be this. Like that. I feel like this has to be the next move. Pawn opens up the file. Might as well get the bishop out of the way. So the rook takes, and then my rook slides over. This rook blocks. Do I sack the queen or something? Or do I sack the rook? If the king took, I mean, I have another rook. It's like they could sneak up here. If the pawn takes, man, this is wild. There's so much going on. I mean, I see things happening, but I'm not sure how to make them work. I think this has to happen. I don't know what else I could do. So let's give that a try. And now I feel like I have to sacrifice the bishop just to open up the file. That I might be wrong. Like, it would be nice if I could just get the rook over here and then do this and discover check, but I don't have time to do that. Maybe I sack the queen early and then like bring this in to weave a mating net. Why would that be beneficial? It wouldn't. The answer is that it would not be beneficial. Unless. So if I move no, because the pawn's still here protecting the rook. I feel like I have to sacrifice this bishop. And the rook takes, and then I go here. The rook can block, and then like maybe I sacrifice the queen. I don't have enough pieces anymore, so the queen's got to stay on somehow. This feels mandatory, and I have to keep giving checks. And I feel like my checks are this or this. Like, there's no way I'm sacrificing the queen here. The bishop would obviously be the better sacrifice. And the rook has to take there. But this move just doesn't look very effective. Oh, this move doesn't look very effective because the rook can block and the pawn's protecting it. I feel like this has to happen. Rook takes, rook over, and the rook blocks, and I just don't see a way through there. Because if I take immediately, the king could even take. But if the pawn took, that would be mate, right? I could get to here, and that would be a ladder mate. So, all right, here, 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 rook blocks. If I take and the pawn takes, that's checkmate. So the king would have to take. Is the king taking for some reason good? It's got to be this line. So the king takes my rook. My other rook slides in. That's got to be checkmate. That's got to be mate. Okay. Here, rook blocks. No, if the pawn takes. Yeah, if the pawn takes, that's mate. If the king takes, okay. I mean, it's this. The rook's gonna block. I'm gonna take the rook. If the pawn takes, this is mate. if the king takes, I'm assuming my rook slides over. That's mate. It's mate either way. Wow. Okay. So I was almost there. I'm getting closer on these puzzles. All right. Takes here. King takes. This is checkmate. Nice. All right. Saturday. That one was brutal, but I feel like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting better at the themes of these, but it felt like kind of intuitive. Okay. So here. What did I do first? No, it was here. Yeah. So I just like, after looking at this puzzle for a while, it just felt like this move had to be done. And so this move was the one that I hadn't really calculated, and I tried to calculate if the rook blocks, and I couldn't figure out how to get a checkmate there. So there must be a checkmate there as well that I didn't see, which is a little embarrassing. I'm gonna have to analyze that. Maybe I'll analyze that now. Let's do that actually. All right, let's analyze. All right. How do I? Just let me analyze it, dude. Where's the analyze button? Okay, there's no analyze button, so I guess I'll just run through it the way that there must be a mate if the rook blocks instead of the king moving. So when I go here, the rook blocks, and then I was trying to figure out how that worked. I don't know how it works, but let's just talk about the line that happened here. So I'm here, the king moves out of the way, and now the king moving out of the way it moves to this square, which I can attack with my knight, and the pawn has to take. And the pawn taking is interesting because I was wondering how this rook was going to get into the game. It felt like it really had to get into the game. And the pawn taking opens up this file so that my rook can eventually participate in the attack, which just felt good. This felt like a good move. So I'm going to check with the knight. The pawn's going to take, and now all of a sudden the king's a lot more open. These two pawns were protecting it really well, so that check was big. And now I open up the file immediately by just moving my bishop out of the way, which again is going to allow my rook to get into the game. So it's here. The rook has to take there. The king can't take that. Rook comes in here. And this was cool because when the rook blocks, I can trade them off. And two pieces can take this. The pawn could take or the king could take. But either way, I have a checkmate. If the pawn takes, rook comes in here. My queen's got all these squares. That's a checkmate. If I trade and the king takes, which is what happens in the puzzle, the queen's got the king trapped on the H file, and the rook comes in and delivers the checkmate. That's the puzzle. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.